Hello and welcome to TechLink's Client Portal Training Series. Today we're going to be talking about creating a site and creating a work order. So the first one, creating a site. When you first log in, you're always going to land on our main dashboard here. So in order to create a site, first off, I recommend to clients always view the site list to make sure that that site doesn't already exist in our system. And from the previous training, if you come Sites, Browse Sites here, this is going to list out all of those particular locations for you that we have loaded into our system. If the site that you wish to create does not exist, you can simply click New Site or the plus button here in the upper right hand corner, and it's going to bring up our site creation page. So let's just go through this. Site name, so we'll pick we'll give it individual site ID, site phone number, address of that site, time zone. You can leave that blank. The time zone will be calculated from the address that you add here. Notifications, so you'll be able to select any of the accounts, any individuals at your company that has an account with it at TechLink. If they want to receive notifications on every work order created for this particular site, you would simply check their name. If there's additional people that you want to notify about this particular location, so say for example a franchisee that may have 3 or 4 sites that you're actually doing installations at, and that franchisee wants to know when a work order is scheduled for one of his locations, or when a technician logs off or a technician logs on or logs off, you can simply add their address here and they'll receive those email notifications from our system. They won't have access to the system, but they'll receive those notifications. Latitude and longitude, you can leave that blank because we do have a physical address. If you have a particular device that needs to be installed that doesn't have a specific address, maybe like a weather station out in a field, you could simply put the latitude and longitude and not fill in the address information up above. Primary contact, so we do require a primary contact on site. So we'll just make this up here. And email, well, we can put not applicable. If you do have a second contact information on site, you could always add it. General site notes. This is used generally for instructions for the technician on maybe how to access the building or where to park. Any general site notes that are added will be automatically added to every work order created underneath this particular location. And in this case, we're just going to update the site. We're not actually going to create a work order for this location for this example. But if you are going to create a work order right away, you could simply click Update Site and create work order. But for our demo, we're just going to update the site. All right, so this new site has been added. If we come back to our dashboard here and we go Browse Sites, and maybe we click Village Gardens, here is that Village Gardens South site that we added to your account. All right, so the next thing we're going to cover is creating a work order. So if we come back to our dashboard here, is always our starting place, I always tell clients the easiest way to create a work order is to first find the location that exists in our system and then create the work order off that particular location. So let's use the example of the site that we just created. We're going to come here to Browse Sites. We already have a filter applied, so this is Coffee Express Village Gardens South. We're going to drill into that site, and then you'll see here we have an Add New Work Order link, so we're going to click that Add New Work Order, and then we just have a few fields to fill out here. So maybe we put install digital menu boards. This description field Generally, the TechLink project manager is going to fill in this field, especially if it's an installation or if it's installations that we've done in the past. If you have some instructions that you want to give the technician, you can apply that here to this particular field. If it's a service call, we ask that you give as much detailed information in this field as possible on what's happening at the site and what you want the technician to look into. So in this case, we'll just say will be added by TechLink PM. Okay, purchase order, if you have an internal purchase order number that you want to add to the work order. Also client reference number, if you have, say, maybe an internal work order number that you want to add to this TechLink work order, you can simply add it there. Project, so if we already have projects created and you want to have this work order fall underneath that project, you can simply select the project that this work order falls under. Equipment value, we do ask that you let us know, especially in installations, what the value of the equipment that TechLink is installing on site. So in this case, we'll just say $3,000. Requested install date. This is an open field, so this is letting TechLink know when you want the job to be done. It can be a specific date, a specific time. Maybe, for example, equipment is arriving on site next Wednesday. Please have a technician there the following Monday or Tuesday. Whatever the case is, you simply enter this information and it lets the TechLink PM know when to schedule that particular work order. So in this case, let's just say 4:30. And then submitted by, you're just going to select your name. If you see one of your other individuals' names that work for your company that has an account at TechLink, you can also select their name if you were building that work order for them. And that's it. You simply click Create Work Order. That creates the work order in our system. Most importantly, it sends a high priority notification to the team that's handling your account and lets them know that Kyle Brown from the client demo company created work order 219431, and they will open up that work order, add in the work order description, build out the tasks, any other documents that need to be added to a work order, they'll get that in and then dispatch it out to technicians. So it's very simple, only a few steps to actually build a work order within our system. So again, today we covered creating a site and creating a work order. If you guys have any questions, as always, please let us know and we'll get them answered. Thank you.